integrity of our United Kingdom. Now, while you and I might see that and understand it, there's a growing group of people who live in Northern Ireland, you will be aware of this, who are very concerned that the protocol is in some way a stepping stone to a border poll and a reunification referendum and the like. In a number of evidence sessions that we've had recently in the committee, it's become very clear that they want to hear in the clearest possible terms from you as Prime Minister, your support for Northern Ireland as part of the UK, its continuation as part of the UK whilst it wishes to be so, and the determination to maintain the union of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Could I invite you to do that this afternoon?
You certainly can, Simon. I've just been called an unthinking unionist by my friends Pete, and I don't think I'm an unthinking unionist. I think I'm a passionate unionist. I believe in our country and the way it works in the four nations coming together. I think it's a fantastically powerful thing. It's the greatest global advertisement for cooperation and working together. It is a wonderful thing, and we want to strengthen it, not in an assertive or interfering way, but we want to strengthen it. And there is, Simon, absolutely no threat to Northern Ireland's place within the United Kingdom. And there should not be. Let me measure my words. There should not be from the protocol. And it's clear in Article 6.2 of the protocol, for instance, that all sides are asked to use their best endeavours to ensure that there is free trade, a seamless movement between Great Britain and Northern Ireland. It's clear that Northern Ireland is part of the sovereign territory of the United Kingdom. That's all clear from the protocol. The unfortunate thing is that the protocol is being applied currently in a way that causes some of the anxieties to which you've just referred. And so what we have to do...
I wanted to come on to that one.
Yes.
I did want to come on to that point. Thank you for the clarity of the first part of the answer. That's appreciated. I know it will be heard across Northern Ireland this afternoon. The Joint Committee was clearly set up because it was known that the protocol at the start wasn't going to be perfect, that there were going to be issues that would need to be addressed. And that is best done through a position of mutual political trust. Business, we keep hearing in the committee, will abide by whatever rules it is that we as politicians require them to abide by, as long as there is certainty and clarity and stability in the delivery of those. What value, if you will, would you put on that issue of political trust in the workings of the Joint Committee, with a bit of give and take, which I know is not always palatable to some, but with a bit of give and take on both sides, to make sure that the protocol is working as well as it possibly can, so that those benefits of one foot in both markets, which is a unique selling point for Northern Ireland, can be maximised?
I think you're spot on, Simon. I think that is what is needed. I think what is needed now is goodwill and imagination, but there are some very serious problems. And you know the statistics of all the checks that are currently conducted around the whole perimeter of the EU for customs and other purposes. 20% are taking place in Northern Ireland, although I think the island of Ireland has only 0.5% of the EU's population or thereabouts. You've got a very difficult situation in which vital drugs have not been able to be moved from Great Britain to Northern Ireland, 30 drugs, including cancer drugs. I think about 200 companies have stopped shipping stuff. There's been impediments to the movement of guide dogs, of parcels, of potted plants, of tractor parts. I think I'm right in saying that ASDA is not actually, they don't actually have ASDA shops in the Republic of Ireland, and yet Asda goods coming into Northern Ireland have all to be checked. And only yesterday there were very serious representations from the Jewish community in Northern Ireland who pointed out that because of the problem with the food sector, it was becoming difficult for them to have timely access or any access to kosher food. And they're talking now about an exodus from Northern Ireland by the Jewish community. Now, clearly, we want to do everything we can to avoid that and to sort it out. But it's going to take our friends in the joint committee to make some movement and to make that movement pretty fast.
And what movement would you envisage the UK government making? As it, to coin the phrase, it takes two to tango.
I think we've been very clear that we are implementing the protocol. The UK is a faithful, obedient servant of the law. The things that I have described are a direct result of what UK officials are doing in upholding the law and obeying the EU jurisdiction. The problem is that I think, and I think any impartial listener of this conversation, I think that the way the EU is trying to implement the protocol is currently grossly disproportionate and unnecessary.
Prime Minister, could I just ask you one final question, which is, could you say a little about what you think the status is of our relationship with regards to the Republic of Ireland at the current time, and where you would like to see it move to? How you would like to see it? I think
that's a really terrific question, and I think the sooner we can put this problem behind us, the better, because the relations between London and Dublin underlying this issue are truly fantastic, and the relations we have both with Micheál Martin and indeed as we had with his predecessor Leo Varadkar are very, very progressive. There are things we want to do. We want to get on and do them. There are things where the UK and Ireland can work together on talking about connectivity, but as I was with Pete, on north-south connectivity in the island of Ireland, on what we can do east-west. Or what we can do over the border, working together in the Londonderry area. There is a huge amount that we want to get on and do together to strengthen our friendship and partnership. Don't forget, the UK's economic relations with Ireland are colossal. I mean, they remain one of our biggest export markets, our biggest trading partners and friends.
Testing your patience by going over time, and
it's
been very generous. But this is the final set of questions on the same topic from Sir Bill Cash.
I'm sure that our viewers may be switching over to the football. I mean, I don't know that we're able to compete with for much longer.
No. So, Prime Minister, do you agree that one of the primary reasons for our signing the Northern Ireland Protocol was to preserve the Belfast Good Friday Agreement, and that the mutual obligations in the protocol must be seen through that focus, which we do, but unfortunately the EU seems to ignore. Although I have to admit they have made one sensible decision on the question of chilled meats. But on the other hand, we need many more sensible decisions of that kind. And do you agree that we need them soon and in the immediate future?
Yes, we do, Sir Bill. And on chilled meats, by the way, just going back to what I was saying to Simon, that is very far from fixed. All we have is a stay of execution there. And this is what the Jewish community was saying in Northern Ireland. They're facing a real problem unless we can sort this out. And I agree totally with your characterisation of the problem. We understand the vital importance of protecting free movement north-south and protecting making sure that there should be no hard border within the island of Ireland. That's the whole point, and we've done that. and it's been a massive effort by the UK state. What we agreed was that to make that happen in a reasonable way, we would undertake to do certain checks on stuff that could circulate, in theory, in Ireland itself, after arrival in Northern Ireland. That's what we undertook to do as an act of neighbourliness, to look after the EU single market, which is what they wanted us to do. We also agreed, unfortunately, that the EU could have a say in how this was done. And that has been the problem. And they've been implementing the protocol in a way that is producing the types of anomalies that I've been describing. And we need to fix it.
So given the unique circumstances, as the protocol states, of the Northern Ireland situation, which is both deeply historical and deeply political, with the marching season coming on and all the rest of it, do you agree that we must also focus on stability, trade, peace and community relationships in Northern Ireland without in any way apologising, and to pick up on what Simon was saying earlier, on our insisting on the constitutional integrity of Northern Ireland as an inviolable part of the United Kingdom?
Absolutely, and that's after all what it says in the protocol.
Right,
So I think that is a very fair point. I think what we all need to do is work rapidly on some solutions, fix this thing fast. I think it will take some effort, but we really can't exclude anything. We've got any actions that the UK government may need to take, as I've said many times, to protect what it says in the protocol, the East-West dimension of the Belfast Good Friday Agreement, which is equally important as the North-South dimension, clearly, and to protect the territorial integrity of the UK.
And how often do we have to say to them, it's in your and our mutual interests to be flexible about this arrangement, because actually it may be written down in a certain fashion, but actually the truth is, if you want to get this right, you have to have a degree of mutual cooperation and flexibility.
Yeah, I think that's right, and we will. The noble Lord Frost will continue to make that point with his customary diplomatic force and skill.
Quite right.
And ultimately, couldn't we recognise that Article 13.8 of the protocol actually does presage the possibility of superior arrangements to the protocol, alternative arrangements?
It does.
And that if that is going to be protecting the Good Friday Agreement more effectively and treating the two communities with more parity and fairness, that would be the right way forward.
Completely right, Sir Bernard, and it cannot be beyond the wit of man, as I think you and I and others have been saying for at least 5 years, for technology to come to our aid and sort it out.
Well, Prime Minister, thank you very much. You've been very patient, staying an extra 20 minutes. I'm very grateful to you. Won't detain you a moment longer. Order.
Thank you.
Portcullis House, the Wilson.
Liaison Committee. Liaison Committee. Liaison Committee. Liaison Committee. Liaison Committee. Liaison. TV Control Room 3. 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 TV control room 3.